Lesson 5.3 is solving multi-step inequalities. So in order to complete this lesson, you will learn to solve linear inequalities involving more than one operation and solve linear inequalities involving the distributive property. Okay, so if we want to solve a multi-step inequality, here's an example. Adriana has a budget of $115 for faxes. The fax service she uses charges $25 to activate an account and 8 cents per page to send faxes. How many pages can Adriana fax and stay within her budget? Use the inequality 25 plus 0.8p is less than or equal to 115. So they already gave us the equation, so all we have to do is solve it. And we pretty much do these the same way we were solving equations, except now instead of having an equal sign, we have an inequality. Okay, so to do this, I want to get the p by itself. So I'm going to get rid of the 25 first. So I'm going to do 115 minus 25, and I get 90. So I have 0.08 equals 90. Sorry, p. So to get the p by itself, now less than or equal to 90. Okay, I want to divide by 0.08 to both sides. So when I do 90 divided by 0.08, I get p is less than or equal to 1,125. So she can send up to 1,125 faxes before, or pages, before that she goes out of her budget. Okay, so if I want to solve this one, again, we want to get that d by itself. So that means I want to get rid of this 13. 13 is like positive there. So to get rid of it, I'm going to do minus 13 to both sides. So I get negative 11d is greater than or equal to 66. So to get d by itself, I want to get rid of that negative 11. But remember, when you divide by a negative number, the sign switches directions. So don't forget that. Don't forget to switch the sign for dividing by a negative. So I get d, and 66 divided by negative 11 is negative 6. So d is less than or equal to negative 6. Okay, we also want to be able to write an inequality based off of the words in a problem or whatever. So for example, 4 times the number plus 12 is less than the number minus 3. So we're going to call our number x. So 4 times the number, that's 4 times our number, which is x, so 4x, plus 12 is less than. So this thing is less than the number, our number with x, minus 3. Okay, so that's our equation, and we also want to be able to solve it. So to solve this, I'm going to get my x's together. So minus x, so then I have 3x plus 12 is less than negative 3, and I want to get x by itself, so I want to get rid of this 12. So I'm going to do minus 12 to both sides, and I get 3x is less than negative 15. To get x by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and I get x is less than negative 5. Just be careful. So even though our answer in the end was negative, we didn't divide by a negative. We divided by a positive 3. So that is why the sign did not flip. All right, this one. If I have something with parentheses, I want to get rid of those first by using the distributive property. So I'm going to distribute 3 into both of those things. So I'm going to have 6c plus 6 times 2 is 6. 6 times negative c is negative 3c. And that's greater than or equal to negative 2c plus 1. So combining any like terms, I have 6c and negative 3c. So this is going to be 3c plus 6 greater than or equal to negative 2c plus 1. Again, I want to get my c's together, my variables. So I'm going to add 2c to both sides. And I get 5c plus 6 is greater than or equal to 1. Now I'm going to subtract 6. I'm jumping ahead of myself. So then I have 5c is greater than or equal to negative 5. So to get c by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 5. they cancel here, and I get C is greater than -1. And that's my answer. Okay, same thing with this one. If I have those parentheses, I want to get rid of them by doing the distributive property. So I'm going to actually do it twice in this problem. So -7s minus 28 plus 11s is greater than or equal to 8s minus 4s minus 2. Combining any like terms on each side, -7s and a positive 11s makes 4s minus 28 greater than 8s minus 4s makes 4s minus 2. So if I want to get my s's together, I'm going to subtract 4s from both sides. They cancel actually on both sides. So I get -8, 28 is greater than or equal to -2. If you get to the end of this thing and it's not a true statement, -28 is not greater than -2. -28 is more to the left on a number line. So this is not a true statement, which means that there is no solution, or that the solution is an empty set. Might also say. All right. Same thing here. We're going to distribute through with our parentheses. So I'm going to get 8r plus 6 less than or equal to 22 plus 8r minus 16. Combining anything that's the same on both sides, I have 8r plus 6 less than or equal to 22 minus 16 is 6. So I get 8r plus 6 is less than or equal to 8r plus 6. Now this is a true statement because we also have that or equal to. So we can say in this case that it is all real numbers. Anything we put into this equation would give you the same thing on both sides, which would make that statement true. And that is 5.3.